Hey, how you doing, guys? Andrew from JT Clark London here. For those of you that don't know who I am, if it's your first time on my channel, then welcome. If it's not, then hey, welcome back. Since the start of my career in real estate, I have been having so much fun. I've met so many interesting people, been inside so many interesting properties, and helped so many people turn a chapter in their lives. But along that journey, I have been faced with some awkward, some strange, some bizarre, some downright absurd situations and goings on. And so what I thought I would do as a window into the real estate world, or definitely my exposure to it, what I thought I would do was bring some of those stories to life. And that's exactly what I'm about to do here. So, this situation happened, must be about 4 or 5 months ago. So, if you can just, for a second, just picture this, the day started like any normal day would do. I got into the office early, opened up my diary, gone through my emails, checked all the calendar appointments for the day to make sure that that I knew where I was going, and B, that I had enough time to get between the different appointments. Went through emails, answered through those. And this particular appointment was the first one in the day. Was the first one in the day. Now, for my first appointment in the day, I always like to get there super early, mainly because it allows me time to sort of get myself into the spirit of the day, shake off any kind of nerves or any kind of bad vibes that I've got from the days before on the journey, and just get rid of all of that negativity and get myself ready so I'm solely focused on the property and the people that I'm about to meet. So in this particular morning, I'm pretty certain I got there, must have been about 20 minutes before the appointment was due to happen. Everything was set. I'd made my confirmation calls in the office. I confirmed with the time with the applicants that were coming. They confirmed that they were coming back. I made sure I sent them another text message with the actual property address on there. That was primed, that was set, that was ready to go. Everyone knew what time to meet there. I've got in my car, I've driven down there. Fortunately, no traffic. Pulled up on the road and parked. Give my little chant in the car, which is a little ritual of mine. Don't tell anyone. Little ritual of mine. I got myself pumped up, got myself ready. Now I'm walking down the road towards the property. Now, as I'm walking down the road, I'm going through various different things. Square footage of the property, therefore the price per square foot, what the breakdown of square footage is per floor, because I'm slick like that. Then the different fixtures, the fittings, whether it's the double glazing, how many windows are in there, trying to picture myself going through all of the different rooms in the property, and where I'm going to stand, how I'm going to pitch it. Basically, fast forwarding and picturing, visualizing how this sale was going to go, so that I can control it to the best of my capabilities and get to the ultimate outcome, which is an offer. That's what I'm aiming for. So I'm walking up towards the house. Walking down the road. Sun's gleaming, sun's shining. I'm in the best possible mood there is. I put my hand on the gate, opened the gate, walked up the first couple of steps up towards the door. Rumbled around in my pocket, pulled out the keys, stuck the key in the lock, turned the lock, opened the door, and all I could hear was, now I remember, stood there, frozen, key in the door, thinking, but I confirmed disappointment with the guy. What's going on? Like, how is this happening? Is this really real? And there's all these different things are going through my head. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm here. My appointment is already on the way. We are now ticking time down to the time of when the appointment was due to happen. I'm like, what the F do I do? What do I do in this situation now? I'm thinking in my head, I'm looking down the road, I'm looking back at the door, and no matter where I look, all I can hear is this going on upstairs. And now I'm starting to imagine what scenario's going on upstairs. I'm like, Andrew, what are you doing? Are you mad? What's going on? You need to do something here, so don't ask me why, but now I'm tiptoeing into the house, and I'm hearing full volume now, but I'm tiptoeing. I don't know why. They can hear my footsteps above. Tell me about it. So now I didn't shut the door, I just sort of closed the door very slightly. Now I'm stood in the hallway and I'm like, Andrew, you're gonna have to do something here. See if you're gonna cancel this appointment. See if you're gonna cancel this appointment, or you need to you need to do something, you know. And part of me was thinking cancel the appointment, but it was like this, you know, they've got those the angel and the devil on each shoulder, you know. There's this guy that's saying, right, well, you know, cancel the appointment, let's rearrange it for another time. And then there's this other guy going, are you nuts? Do you know how much commission this is involved? And this could be the sale. You know that this applicant is good to go. You know this applicant is like, this applicant is the best applicant you could possibly get. So I'm stood in there and I'm going, which one do I do? Which one do I do? Which one do I do? In the end, I decided I've got to make myself known. I've got to find a way to shut whatever's going on up there down and have to clear the house in time for my appointment and still proceed with the viewing. You know, so I'm stood there in the corridor. I stood there and at first I'm like, hello? You know? And they're still going at it, and so I clear my throat a little bit more, you know, just to get a little bit extra volume, you know, and I'm like, hello? And they're still not making any kind of movement or way, or they're still going. So I'm like, in the end, I'm just like, hello? And there was silence for a few seconds. And then the rest happened so quickly. You heard this scrummaging around upstairs and like little shrieks and noises from upstairs and what have you. And then and then this guy comes tumbling down the stairs at 100 miles an hour, just about catches a glimpse of me as he flashes past me in the corridor and out the door and up the road. You know, I can still hear a bit of scrummaging upstairs, as obviously as a bit of scrummaging upstairs for the other person that's upstairs. You know, the missus upstairs, and then, you know, I sort of turned around and I walked into the corridor. I thought, you know what, out the corridor into the front room, because I'm like, you know what, the last thing you need when you come downstairs is to, you know, to be seeing, you know, me stood there and you stood there. That's a bit awkward, you know. And then it wasn't until I looked at the mantelpiece. There's a picture of a family on the mantelpiece, and I looked at that mantelpiece and I was like, oh snap, that's what's going on. You ain't the guy, you're not the guy that just passed me in a flash in the corridor, and the penny really hit that, you know what, I may have confirmed with him, but I sure as hell should have confirmed with her. Woo! What a day. Life in the world of an estate agent. It's been interesting. And I'm going to share some of those most interesting moments with you as time goes on. In the meantime, that's me out for today. You take care. Catch you in the forwards.